band. Ash, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for joining me here on Knotfest Daily.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, just right out of the gate, we must dive into your new single, Fat Dracula, which we were just jamming a few moments ago. It, of course, officially dropped today. So, how are you feeling now that it's just out and you don't have to wait any longer for people to actually indulge and love this rad track?
Oh, great. We recorded it like the tail end of last year, so just before the UK went into another lockdown. So it feels pretty good after waiting for so long to finally put something out. Yeah, it's cool.
I can already tell that I love your song titles simply with Fat Dracula alone, but you've actually started this unused song title thread on Twitter, with one being "There is no Ian, just like there's no Brown," and that made me laugh so hard because Ian Brown's just an absolute legend. So, do you have any other favorite song titles from your
Debatable.
upcoming album?
What's a good one? The second track on it is called "Shouting Judas" at Bob Dylan.
That's amazing.
That one's pretty good. And then the intro and the outro track are uh, split in half. The final quote from Sister Act 2, uh, which is "I am not now, nor have I ever been a Las Vegas showgirl." Big ups to Whoopi.
That's incredible. You're actually making these titles for the album. Like, kudos to you. That's amazing. And yesterday you actually announced something that is just super exciting, and it's that you've officially signed to a record label, which is a huge dream for most bands. So, what was kind of running through your minds when you sealed the deal with Small Pond Records?
It's been pretty nuts. Obviously, like signing to a record label is like has been like a cool checklist thing since I was like a little kid. But we hadn't even because of the pandemic and everything, we hadn't even met them until like this weekend just gone. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
been especially weird. Just kind of doing everything by email. Like it almost felt like it wasn't happening. You know, like it was a fictional thing that one of my like proper shitty friends will have done as like some kind of practical joke on me. But I
Right?
met them and they are real people and
They're
we
real.
we're really signed. So yeah,
Uh,
it's nice.
do you kind of feel like you're now able to just check one of those things on as as a band, like, yes, that's done now, like on to the next accolade, because it's a huge
Exactly.
thing.
So next it's like the Grammy and the private jet. That's what I'm waiting for.
Well, I want to say whoever's handling the band's socials, they tweet about a lot of bands that they love. Everyone from Low to Tim Burgess, like some great artists. So, who are some bands that you've just been absolutely loving as of late?
Um, they're one of our now label mates, Clit Drip, who brought out a record last year. Like amazing, like one of the best bands in the world right now. Like no one sounds
Awesome.
like them. They're incredible. It's like it's almost like glitchy electronic Rage Against the Machine meets like Riot Girl, Bikini Kill. It's
Oh,
an
wow.
incredible band. You should check them out.
Okay. I love getting band recos from a band that we're really digging on our show. So, definitely gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Well, the last thing I want to ask you about is just something that genuinely cracked me up, and it's how your Twitter bio is simply put a decidedly average band. So, what we heard today certainly was not average. So, where did that come from?
It just comes from being like a really tiny band that no one cares about. Like when you first get a Twitter account, it seems very
Right.
weird when you've got like 2 followers to be like sick metal bands from Bristol, you know?
No, I feel
that,
you.
that feels weird. That feels like a weird description. So I think that was the first thing I put on there, and then I just haven't changed it. But it's funny.
I loved it. And maybe as you guys continue to grow, you can change that one word to good, then great, fantastic, just whatever you're vibing that day.
I think a decidedly fantastic band as a Twitter bio is a brave move.
I mean, average is also a brave move when it's a first impression, but I think it's a good one. Well, Ash, I really do want to say just thank you so much for hopping on here today, for shooting the breeze and discussing the brand new single. It's a banger, so really stoked to have you on.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. A huge thank you to Ash from Sugar Horse for joining me today for this exclusive interview. And speaking to exclusives, you can, of course, head on over to knotfest.com for the entire premiere and article for their brand new single, Fat Dracula. Ash, thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye.